Hi guys, Merry Christmas. As I'm recording this, it's actually now Christmas Eve, and I actually had this design that I'm going to show you prepared 3 weeks ago, but end of the year is always a really busy time for me, so the only time I can actually get to record this is now. Hopefully I can get this up within a day, we'll see. Anyway, for today I've got a snowman for you. So it's smaller than the usual designs that I do, mostly because I wanted to use the glitter bands, white glitter band. I'm not really sure whether you can see it, but I think it most resembles snow, so I don't really have many of those, so I made this one smaller. So besides the white glitter bands, you'll need these buttons. I got these in a pack of I think 12 from Daiso, so they're like this. I'm not going to make them out of bands, so I'm just going to use these. So then you just need the red bands and some orange and black. So let's just get started so we don't waste any more time. Let's just get started with the body. So I'm just going to put this away. So I'm using the white glitter bands, and I'm going to start off with a magic ring with 4 stitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap my white band, I'm not too sure whether you can see it, around my hook 2 times, so there's 3 loops on my hook. Alright, so the first stitch of my magic ring, I'm going to do a slip stitch. So to do a slip stitch, I'm just going to pull this band onto my hook and pull these 3 loops onto that band. I'm going to reclaim the end, and I'm pulling this through that. So this is called a slip stitch. As you can see, I'm still holding onto this band with my other finger. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my hook back through that center, so the 3 loops are back onto my hook. I'm going to do 3 single crochets. So to do a single crochet, what you're going to do is you're going to pull up a band, pull it through those 3 loops, reclaim the end. So now you have like 3 bands on your hook, and you're just going to pull this through everything. And my camera's not really focusing, I think maybe because it can't really check out the white. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to pull this through. So this is a single crochet. So I have 2 stitches now in my magic ring. I need another 2 single crochets. So I'm just going to go back through the center of that capping band, and then I'm going to pull up another band. Okay, I'm reclaiming the end, and then I'm just pulling this through everything. So I need 1 more single crochet. I'm just going to put my hook through, pull up another band, pull it through that capping band, so just through the center, reclaim the end, and I'm pulling this through everything. So this is my magic ring with 4 stitches. So if you don't know already, how you count the stitches is you turn it to the side, and you should be able to count these teardrop shapes. So this is 1 stitch. So this is 1, 2, 3, and the last stitch is always on your hook, so this is number 4. So this is your magic ring with 4 stitches. Okay, so for the second round of your snowman, you need to increase this to 8 stitches. So what you're going to do is you want to do an increase or 2 single crochets in each stitch all the way around. So to close up this gap, what I'm going to do is, instead of the first single crochet, I'm going to do a slip stitch. So what you need to do is you're going to put your hook under that stitch, so through under those 2 bands. You're going to do a slip stitch as your first stitch of your second round. So I'm just going to pull this band through everything, then I'm going to reclaim the end, and I'm going to pull this end through that. So this is your slip stitch, and it's also your first stitch of your second round. So just to mark that this is the first stitch, I'm putting a C-clip on it. So this is like a stitch marker, and I'm going to go under that same stitch again, the same stitch, and I'm going to do a single crochet. So once again, you're just pulling this through that stitch, reclaim the end, so there's 3 bands on your hook, and then you pull this through everything. So this is 1 increase, since there's 2 stitches in that stitch. So you're moving on to the next stitch, and you're going to do 2 single crochets in this stitch. So every time I say an increase, it's basically 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. So I'm pulling this through that. Oh, this is like a nightmare, it's really not focusing. Okay, then I'm pulling through everything, then I'm going back through the same stitch, and I'm going to do another single crochet. So this is my increase. So I'm just going to start moving a little bit faster. If I'm too fast for you, please feel free to pause the video and catch up when you can. I know most of you are actually subscribed to my channel, so you would have already done a couple of my videos. So yeah, just so I don't take too long in showing you what to do. Okay, so the next stitch, well, this is the last one. You can tell because the next stitch has the stitch marker. I'm just going to do an increase, so that's 2 single crochets. Okay, so if you're new to this, please count your stitches every round just to make sure you have enough, so that you can actually just add or take away just to a stitch if you need to. So we can just count by counting with the first stitch is the one with the C-clip, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the last stitch is on my hook. I know it's not focusing very well, I think because it's white, so just bear with me. And okay, so we're on round 3 now, so what we want to do is we want to increase this to 12 stitches. So we're just going to do a single crochet in the first stitch, and then we're going to do an increase in the next stitch, and we're doing that all the way around. So we don't need to have a slip stitch anymore for the next round. I'm just going to do a single crochet. So this is 1. So this is the first stitch of my 3rd round, so I'm going to change and put this C-clip there. Alright, and then the next stitch I'm going to do an increase, so that's 2 single crochets in this stitch. Okay, so I'm moving faster. Like I said, if it's too fast, please just pause and catch up when you're done. Alright, so next stitch is just 1 single crochet. Okay, these silicone bands are actually quite sticky, so I'm going to take some time just yanking them apart. Okay, so my next stitch has an increase, so that's 2 single crochets. My next stitch has 1 single crochet. Okay, and then I have an increase. Okay, then I have 1 more single crochet in the next stitch. And in the last stitch of this round I have an increase, so that's 2 single crochets. And just a tip so that your bands don't twist is just don't pull them too tight. You just need to keep your hand a little bit looser. I'm not too sure how to describe it, but you just don't need to yank it too tight. If you yank it too tight, the bands will rub together and they'll start to twist, which will make things look a bit weird. Okay, so once we're done with round 3, let's move on to round 4. We want to increase it to 16 stitches, so we want to do a single crochet in the first 2 stitches, and then we're increasing in the next one, and we're doing that all the way around. So I'll count up to 2. So every time I say a number, like 1 or 2, it's just a single crochet in 1 stitch. So this is 1. My table is a bit shaky. 2. Then you have an increase. Next one, 1, 2, next one, increase, next one, 1, next one, 2, next one, increase, next one, 1, next one, 2, next one, increase. Okay, so this is round 4, which has 16 stitches. Round 5, we're going to increase this to 20 stitches. So we're doing single crochet in the first 3 stitches and increase in the next one, and we're doing that all the way around. So I'll count up to 3 this time. 1, 2, 3, 'increase', 1, 2, 3, 'increase', 1, 2, 3, 'increase', 1, 2, 3, and 1 last increase. Okay, so I just finished round 5, and this has 20 stitches. Okay, so once you're done with that, what we want to do is for rounds 6 to 8, we need another 3 rounds of 20 stitches each. So that's 3 rounds of just doing a single crochet in each stitch. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take 3 bands. I'm not too sure whether you can see it. It's just to represent each of the 3 additional rounds I'm going to do. I'm just going to put it on my table. So I'm just going to do 1 round with you. So I'm just going to put my hook through the next stitch, and I'm taking 1 band just to signify that this is starting the first additional round of 20 stitches. So I'm just going to do my single crochet. I'm moving my stitch marker, and then what I want to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and do a single crochet in each stitch. So no more increases for now. So you're just going to do this all the way around until you reach the end of the round, which is the stitch before the stitch marker or your C-clip. And just to let you guys know, I actually designed a reindeer as well, but by the time I get the video up, it's not going to be Christmas anymore, so it's going to be a little bit strange. But I don't really want to wait until next year to post it up, since I've already done it. And I don't know whether the bands are going to disintegrate. So if you see a reindeer from me next, and it's like next year already, just don't blame me. I hope you'll enjoy it anyway, since the video will be up, and you guys can make it for next year if you want to. So I apologize. I've been really busy. Year end is like crazy, so I couldn't really find the time to record the video. But I had this done like for 3 weeks to a month ago. And also, if you guys are new to this and you find that I'm going fast, don't worry. I've been doing this quite a while, not really a while, but I'm more used to doing this, so with practice you'll get faster and you'll get used to it, and you don't really need to think about how to do the stitches anymore. It's just more about how, you know, keeping track of which increases and decreases or whatever. I'm just trying not to make this a super long video, since my videos are usually more than an hour each. Okay, so I've come to the end of my 6th round. So this has 20 stitches, and like I said, if you're new to this, please count each stitch, each round, just in case. So I'm going to start my round 7. I'm putting my hook through the next stitch. I'm taking band from here, so this is to mark that I have another additional round of single crochets to do. So I'm just going to pause my video here, or pause my recording. So just pause your video as well and complete your round 7. And round 8 you're just doing a single crochet in each stitch all the way around for another round 7 and round 8, and then resume the video once you're done. Okay guys, so I finished round 8. It looks like this. So what I want to do is I want to attach the eyes now. So I'm just going to take an S-clip temporarily just to put it at the end of this band and hope it doesn't slip off. Okay, so I'm getting my eyes now. You're taking one eye and you're going to take one of the white glitter bands. I tried this with black bands, but it shows up when you attach it. You're just going to flatten the band and you're going to attempt to thread it through. I'm really not very good at this, so it might take some time. You're going to thread it through. You're going to hold one side with one finger and you're going to hold the other side with your other finger like this. And you're just going to try and attach the eye somewhere in the middle like this. So I'm just going to grab one side, pull it through, then I'm just going to go through the next stitch and then pull the other side through. Okay, so I have both sides, both bands on the other side. Just check that it's the position that you want. And now this is the tricky part, and this is the part that I really absolutely hate. You want to try and do a double knot. So what you're going to do is you're going to take it out and you're going to try and tie a double knot. And let's see whether I'm successful. I think if you have longer nails, then it'd be easier, but I don't like long nails, so... Okay, I've done one knot. Let me try and do another. These silicone bands are not very stretchy, so it's a bit more difficult, so... Okay, I've done it. Alright, so that's one eye attached. So you want to do the other eye as well. So I'm taking another band. I'm doing the same thing. If you can get smaller eyes, then please do. Somehow these are a little bit too big for it, but it's all I have for the moment. So and I haven't had time to go eye hunting. So this is leftover from another tutorial that I did. I don't really remember what I used the eye for, but I think it was the panda. Anyway, so once again, I'm just going to position it. So let's say, okay, let's see, maybe this distance. So I'm pulling one side through to the other side. I'm keeping that band on my hook. I'm going through the next stitch, and then I'm just going to pull that other band through. So just check that that's the location you want your eyes to be. And then once again, you're just going to attempt to do a double knot. And I still absolutely hate doing this, so if you have a better way of attaching it that's not using S-clips or doesn't involve double knots, let me know. Safety eyes could probably work, but I can't find them. Oh dear. think I've already taken up like a minute trying to do the eyes. Okay, yeah, I've done it, but mine has come out the other side. Okay, so those are his eyes attached. Okay, it's going a little bit off center. I'll adjust that later, or won't even bother. Okay, I'm just gonna start continue on with the main body and head. So I'm just gonna take out my clip and then replace my hook. Okay, so now we're on round 9. So round 9 we're going to start decreasing. So what we want to do is a single crochet in the first 3 stitches, and then we're going to decrease over the next 2. So I'll show you a decrease when we get there. Let's just start off with the 3 single crochets. I'm going to count up to 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so for a decrease you're basically doing the opposite of an increase. So you want to close up, you want to make 2 stitches into 1. So as usual, you're just going to put your hook through your next stitch, and this time you're going to rotate your hook and put it through the stitch after that. So that's 2 stitches on your hook, and then you just pull a band through and treat that as 1 stitch. So you just do a single crochet, so pull it through both of these stitches, reclaim the end, and then finish off your single crochet. So let's just do that again. So I'll count up to 3, 1, 2, 3. You want to do a decrease again, so let me just show you again. Put your hook through the next stitch, rotate it, and put it through the stitch after that. So you have 2 stitches on your hook, and you're pulling this band through both of those stitches, reclaiming the end and pulling this through everything. So once again, 1, 2, 3. So you have another decrease. So I'll just move a bit faster, in through 1 hook, twist your hook through the next stitch, pulling your band through 2 stitches, reclaiming the end and pulling through everything. So once again, 1, 2, 3, and you have 1 final decrease in the last 2 stitches. So this is round 9 with 16 stitches. Before we continue any further, let's just stuff the head. So what I'm going to do, I don't know whether the eyes are a bit too far apart, but okay, let me just leave it as it is, because I think my other snowman has closer set eyes. Okay, let me adjust this eye and then I'll just get back to you. So just hang on for a while and just pause the video. Okay, so I've adjusted the eye. You actually didn't need to pause the video. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so we just want to stuff the head, so I'm pushing this band further down my hook and I'm taking my fiber fill. And I'm just going to stuff it. Okay, so I'm just going to stop there for now. Let's just continue with round 10. So round 10 we want to decrease this to 12 stitches. So what we're going to do is single crochet in the first 2 stitches and then we're decreasing over the next 2. So now I'll count up to 2 and I'll say decrease. So we have 1, 2, decrease, one, two, and decrease, one, two, decrease, one, two, and decrease. Okay, so this is round 10 with 12 stitches. So round 11 we're going to start increasing again, so this will be the body. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the next round, round 11 has 16 stitches, so we'll do a single crochet in the first 2 stitches and then we're increasing in the next one. So I'll count 2 and I'll say increase. So 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, and 1 final increase. Okay, so this is round 11 with 16 stitches. Round 12, we're increasing this to 20 stitches. So what we're going to do is a single crochet in the first 3 stitches and then we'll increase in the 4th. So I'll count up to 3 and I'll say increase. So 1, 2, 3, 'increase', 1, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3, and 1, increase. Okay, so we're done with round 12, which has 20 stitches. So round 13 we need another round of 20 stitches, so you just want to go ahead and do a single crochet in each stitch. Really easy. Let's just go ahead and do that. So this is round 13. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, when I was trying to take out the double knot to readjust my eye, I actually had difficulty doing it. So I think for these silicone bands, since they're a bit stickier, one knot should be enough. You don't need to kill yourself trying to do a double one like I did. So for his buttons on his stomach later, I'm just going to do a single knot and hope it stays. If you're using like normal white bands, I think you might still need to do a double knot, but it should be easier since the bands are more stretchy. It's just the silicone ones like this glitter white one. And I quite like this color as well because it's a bit translucent, so I don't know, it's pretty, but it's also more expensive, so in the sense that you only get 300 in a pack. So that's why this guy is really small, but it's okay, I can live with it. Okay, hold on, I have to take out more bands. Okay, so this is round 13 done. So round 14 we're increasing to 24 stitches, so we just want to do a single crochet in the first 4 stitches, and then we're increasing in the 5th one. So I'll count up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and an increase in this last stitch. Okay, so we just finished round 14, which has 24 stitches. So rounds 15 to 19, we need another 5 rounds of 24 stitches each. So you're just going to prepare 5 bands, one for each round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do one round with you. So you're just going to do 5 rounds of just doing a single crochet in each stitch, just as we did before. So I'm going to start off my round 15 now, and I'm just going to do a single crochet in each stitch. Okay, so I just finished my round 15. Let me just start off my round 16. So I'm taking my band from here. And what I'm going to do is my round 16 to round 19 off camera. So just pause your video here. I'm going to complete this, and once you've completed your round 19, then just resume the video. So once again, you're just going to do a single crochet in each stitch until you finish your last round, which is round 19, and then you'll resume the video. Okay guys, I finished my round 19, so let's start decreasing for round 20. Round 20 we want to decrease this to 20 stitches, so we're just going to do a single crochet in the first 4 stitches, and then we'll decrease over the next 2. So I'm just going to count up to 4, and then I'll say decrease. So 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease, 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease, 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I am missing a stitch, so just give me a second, let me count this. Okay, I've done an extra stitch when I shouldn't have. So what I'm going to do now, just to fix it, I'm just going to go through all 3 and decrease. So this is how you cheat in case you do a mistake. It kind of will affect what it looked like, but it's just something minor. So yes, excuse that, sorry about that. So this is round 20 with round 20 with 20 stitches. So I want to decrease another round. So for round 21, what I want to do is I want to decrease this to 16 stitches. So I'm going to do a single crochet in the first 3 stitches and then decrease over the next 2. So I'll count up to 3. 1, 2, 3, decrease, 1, 2, 3, decrease, 1, 2, 3, decrease, 1, 2, 3, and decrease. So once I've done this, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add an S-clip at the end, because now I want to attach the buttons. It's really up to you how many you want to attach, but for my prototype I attached 2, so I'll attach 2 as well. So you just want to do the same thing as you did with the eye, which I absolutely hate doing. So you want to pull up a white band and you just want to thread it through the button. Sometimes even doing this is tricky, so it needs a bit of patience. So I'm going to hold one end and then I'm going to hold the other end, and I'm just going to place my button. Let's see, where do I want it? Okay, I'll put one here. So I'm pulling one band through to the other side. I'm going to go through the stitch next to that. Oops. And I'm going to pull the other band through. Okay, my bands are all messed up. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie one knot and hope that it stays. As long as your bands aren't slippery, it should be able to stay. Okay, so that's one button, and I'm just going to do that one more time. Okay, so one finger, other finger, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. Pull this through, going through the next stitch to pull the other side through, and I'm just going to tie a knot at the back. Okay, my button has come through to the other side, but I can shift it later, but it's making it a little bit more difficult for me to tie my knot. Okay, I'm finally done. Let's just push this through to the other side. Okay, so once I've done that, we can just stuff the body. So I'm just worried that this clip will come out, so I'm just going to take this out and replace it with my hook. Okay, so I'm just going to push my hook through, and then I'm just going to stuff the body. If you want your snowman to be able to stand up, I suggest putting some weighted pellets or something at the bottom so that can stand, but mine won't be able to. It's okay. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I actually attached this a little bit off to the side, but it's okay. Anyway, let's just continue. So we have round 22. Round 22, we're decreasing this to 12 stitches. So we just want to do a single crochet in the first 2 stitches, and then we're decreasing over the next 2. So I will count up to 2 and I'll say decrease. So 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2, decrease. Okay, so this is round 22 with 12 stitches. So round 23 we're decreasing this to 8 stitches. So what we're just gonna do is a single crochet and a decrease, and we're doing that all the way around. So I'll just say 1 and decrease, 1, decrease, 1, decrease, 1, decrease, 1, and 1 final decrease. Okay, so this is round 23. We have one more round, which is round 24. So we're just going to close up everything. So we're going to reduce this to 4 stitches. What we're going to do is we're just going to decrease all the way. So you want to decrease 4 times. So just keep doing decreases. You won't actually need to, but I just want to do it just for the sake of making it a little bit even. You can skip this part and just finish it off if you prefer, since it doesn't really do much. And it's a bit too small for me to do the last decrease, so I'm just going to cheat and just close it off. Just going through an opposite stitch. I'm going to pull up a band and finish it off with a slip stitch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my S-clip, and then I'm just pushing this into the body just to hide it. Okay, so this is your finished snowman. Now we're just going to make his hat, his nose, and okay, this came off. I'll fix that later. And his scarf. Okay, so let's start off with his nose. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put my hook through a stitch like this in the middle, and I'm going to chain 3 with orange bands. So you're just going to pull this through the nose, reclaim the end. This is 1 chain, 2, and then you just want to chain 1 more time, 3. Okay, so what you're going to do, starting with the 2nd chain from your hook, you're just going to put your hook through like this, and you're just going to do a single crochet. Then you're going to go to this last chain and you're going to do another single crochet. Okay, then you're going to go back through that body stitch, the one that you went through earlier, and you're going to slip stitch to close. So it's very easy. Slip stitch. Okay, so you have the option here. What you can do, you can attach a S-clip on the end and stuff into the body, or you can just tie this around, which I might do, and you have his nose. So that's really easy. We're just going to put this aside now and make his scarf. So what you're going to do, his scarf, I'm doing it in red. You want to chain 40. So you're going to take 1 red band and you're going to wrap this around your hook, let's say 3 times to make 4 loops, and you're going to chain 40. So pull this up, reclaim the end. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and one more, and we're done. 40. Okay, so what you want to do, you have the super long chain. You're going to start from the second chain from your hook, put your hook through, and you're going to do a single crochet in each chain all the way down. So this is the tedious part. You're just going to take it and single crochet, next chain, single crochet, next chain, single crochet, and you're just going to keep doing that. And I lost that band, hang on. So this red, I got these really cheap somewhere, and they're really thin and slippery, so they keep slipping off, so bear with me. I still prefer using the original Rainbow Loom bands, but you know, you use a lot when you do Loomigurumi, so I still want to try and find the cheapest source I can get. Just had a thought I should have made a Santa hat instead for the snowman, but let's see if I can do a mini one for the reindeer, since I haven't shot that video yet. And then you can just replace the hat for this snowman with the reindeer's one if you decide that you want to do that. So if you want to hold off on the hat first, then just wait for my next video, which hopefully won't be too long depending on my schedule. Like I said, year end is a bit crazy. I'm really behind on requests as well, so just bear with me. I'm still having a problem sourcing my bands, the specific colors I want, so I'm just going to do whatever I can with what I have for the moment until I really run out and have to find another source of bands. if you're in a country that has a spotlight, like Australia and New Zealand, you should be able to get cheaper Rainbow Loom brand bands there. The one here always has cheap bands, or it's cheaper than normal shops that sell the Rainbow Loom bands, so that's a good place to start. But yeah, the spotlight here is limited in colors, so I can't get a lot of stuff. Okay, we're almost there. So I have one more single crochet, then I'm just going to go back through that same stitch and I'm going to tie it off or finish it off with a slip stitch. So I'm just pulling this through everything. I'm tying my slip stitch, I'm pulling this tight, and then I'm just going to find a way to wrap this around this end. So I'm just going to tie it a couple of times, wrap it around. So that's your scarf done. I'm just going to put it aside first. I'm not going to tie it yet, and let's just do his hat. Okay, so we're on to the hat. We're using black bands. Just to let you know, I've got two different brands of black bands, so if it looks a little bit strange in the end, just yeah, I've got two, one thicker one and one thinner one. Alright, so we want to start off with a magic ring with 10 stitches. So what you're going to do is just wrap this band around your hook 2 times to create 3 loops. So the first stitch of your magic ring will be a slip stitch. I'm holding onto this. So this is 1. And I'm going to go back through with 9 single crochets. So I'm just going to count stitches. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, before I forget, I'm just letting you know this hat is bigger than the one that I originally made, because I felt it was a little bit too small for his head, so this will be a bigger one. So this is your magic ring with 10 stitches. So what you want to do is, for the second round of the hat, you want to increase this to 15 stitches. To do that, you're just going to do a single crochet in the first stitch, increase in the next one, and you're going to do that all the way around. But since this circle is already closed, I'm just going to do a single crochet in the first stitch, if I can find it. Okay, so I'll just count 1 and say increase. Not count 1, say 1. 1, get my stitch marker, increase, one, increase, one, increase, one, increase, one, increase. Okay, so this is round 2 of the hat, which has 15 stitches. So for round 3, what you want to do is you want another round of 15 stitches, but what you want to do it is in the back loops only. So you're not going to put your hook under these two, both of these. You're not going to put it under both of these. What you're going to do is you're going to put your hook through this loop only, which is the one that's closest to you. So I'll just show you with the first one. As you can see, I'm not sure whether you can see, it's only that loop, the one that's closest to the middle. Sorry about that. And you're just going to do that in that back loop all the way around, so just that one loop, the one that's closest to the middle. And you're just going to do a single crochet in each stitch all the way around. Okay, let me just count it in case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is for our round 4, we want to decrease this to 12 stitches. So we're just going to do a single crochet in the first 3 stitches, and then we're decreasing over the next 2, and we're doing that all the way around. So I'm going to count up to 3 this time, so I'm just putting it back to normal, so it's not back loops anymore, it's just the normal stitches. So I'll count up to 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I've got my other skinnier bands. Decrease. One, 2, 3, decrease, 1, 2, 3, and decrease. Okay, so this is round 4, which has 12 stitches. So round 5, you want another round of 12 stitches, so we're just going to go ahead and do a single crochet in each stitch all the way around. My hat's looking a little bit strange because I've mixed the textures of the black bands. So don't worry, if you stick to one brand, yours is not going to look as strange as mine. The thinner bands, like I'm using now, is going to create smaller stitches, so it's going to like kind of concave in a little bit. I'm not sure whether it's concave or convex, but yeah, I finished school a while ago, so I don't use these things usually. Okay, so this is round 5. Round 6 we need another round of 12 stitches, but this time we're going to do it in the front loops only. So as you remember, the back loop is the one that's closest to the center, the front loop is the one that's outside. So you want to do another round of single crochets, but using only the stitch or using only the band that's closest to the outside. So let's just go ahead and do that. Just do a single crochet all the way around, only do it in that outside band, not both. So make sure you only go through that one band and not two. I tend to find like back loop and front loop only to be a little bit trickier because it tends to pull the bands. And you have to make sure you have the right one. Everything just came out. Okay, so this is your round 6. You have one more round for the hat. So what you're going to do for round 7, you need 24 stitches. So what you're going to do is an increase in each stitch all the way around. So this is normal stitches. You can go through both. So let's just do that. Just increase in every stitch. So 2 single crochets in each stitch all the way around. Okay, so I finished the hat now. I'm just going to go through that stitch with this stitch marker. I'm going to fasten it off by tying a slip stitch. Okay, taking this out, and temporarily I'm just going to put in an S-clip. We can hide this later, so don't worry if it looks ugly. So we're done with the hat. Now we just want to stuff it. So you're just going to take a little bit of fiber fill just to give it some shape. I forgot to stuff my prototypes one, so it looks a bit sad. Okay, You don't want to put too much. I think that's a bit too much. Okay, so now you just want to attach it to your snowman, so you can just place it on his head. It looks more like a sun hat than a top hat. I think it's due to the bands, or I've got too much stuffing. My bands are really loose, as you can see, the smaller ones, so let me just take out some more stuffing. Yeah, so it tends to stretch a little bit more. So the stitches are a little bit wider, so it's hopefully yours doesn't look like this. So you place it on his head. You can put it in an angle if you want. I might. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to replace my hook on this end, and I'm just going to go ahead and slip stitch his hat onto his head. So I'm just going to go through some random stitches in the hat and the body bands, and I'm just going to take black bands and slip stitch it. So it's like if you've sewn with a needle and thread, this is basically the same thing, you're just stitching, just connecting, attaching, sorry, the hat and the head onto the head. Something wrong with my English today. Doing this though, you tend to pull out the fiber fill, so you like this, but it's okay, you can hide it later on. Okay, so once you're done that, just reattach that S-clip, and then you're just going to hide this either into the head, under the hat. Okay, and yes, I know the hat's supposed to be bigger, but my bands are a lot smaller, so yeah, yours should be bigger than this. And then our last step is to take the scarf, and then you're just going to tie it around his neck into a knot, and you're done. Okay, that's it. Let me just show you my other one. Alright, so these are the snowmen. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Okay, this one's a little bit bigger. That's because I put more stuffing. I hope you like this tutorial. I hope you like this video. I hope you think the snowmen are cute, and I'm so sorry that the video is late again. So Merry Christmas to everyone. If you like this video, do give it a big thumbs up and do share it with your friends. And yeah, if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel and post. I actually do have Instagram. I don't really check it that often, but my personal Instagram is linked in my channel art, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I love to see all your designs, not designs, your creations. So yeah, thank you very much for all your support. Merry Christmas, and look out for the reindeer video. It will come out, but it will be next year, so not in time for Christmas, sadly. So thanks again for all your support, and see you for the next video. Bye.